was the thing was flying. There was singers everywhere and singing everywhere at that time.
And the years
we
being
were part of it.
The 60s.
Yeah,
Well,
My
yeah,
recollection,
but when in the 60s?
my recollection of
about
getting started in this
64.
was the year after I was married, 1961. I was wanted to celebrate the anniversary of our wedding.
Yeah.
And a friend of mine said to me, why don't you come out, he said, to the Abbey Tavern on Saturday night. There's going to be a session out there. And when I arrived out there, it was the Dubliners were playing.
Yeah.
And Willie Clancy was there. And we had a fantastic night. And that for me was the start of it.
And had you guys been singing at that time or not?
Well, we'd
always
sing
sang
at
at home,
Christmas.
you know.
We'd
Parties.
have parties at Christmas.
There was great singing
Tradition
at
in
home,
the Kelly
you know.
household too.
You always sang.
I was
yeah.
singing,
Always
yeah.
sang.
What
My
did you
mother
sing?
sang.
What
My
did you
mother
sing?
sang.
My mother had a
Like sunrise on the Wicklow Hills.
yeah.
My father sang. Long time between long shadows on the grass. The little true. I'm trying to put a harmony.
Anyway, and what else? I mean, the repertoire of
Kushla.
yeah.
Yeah.
And what's that other one there?
Yeah.
Da 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 dee dee dee. Runs our river, la da da dee da day in my heart ever.
Yeah.
And what about Teddy O'Neill?
Teddy O'Neill, yeah.
Teddy O'Neill.
Teddy O'Neill, the very good then.
Teddy O'Neill. I remember the day when the big ship was sailing. Was a guy coming back from America with an LP of the Clancys. Do you remember that? Yeah, with all the white sweat. And I remember.
It's that got it.
We were reading
this guy got it from Tyke Sugar.
Oh, I thought it was Brendan Canal.
No, Tyke Sugar.
This LP came back, and I remember sitting in the front parlour of Curry Road, and we all sitting around listening to the Clancys, and we were absolutely fascinated. Yeah, they were really good. I think Kevin was the first one to start playing the guitar. Was it? I think so.
Yeah,
I remember Jack Brown. You remember Matt's father-in-law?
Yeah.
Yes. Jack Brown used to come over and he'd sit in the armchair. He was a bit wobbly on the pins. Yeah. But I was a kid and I was faking a guitar.
Yeah.
And he was egging me on all the time. He was coming out and see.
So, when did you give yourself the name the Liberties?
I think
That's a very good question. I think maybe I came up with the name
Yeah, I
because
think
we
you
were
did,
all Liberty boys. We were all living in the Liberties.
And you were seriously, you were singing as a trio or a quartet at that stage? Tom Crilly.
Yeah, Tom was from Darley Terrace, which was just off Dunor Avenue.
Yeah.
We were in O'Curry Road.
Yes.
Which was just off Dunor Avenue. We were all in the Liberties, and it was just a natural.
And who were other groups like yourselves performing at that time?
The Wolf Tones.
The Johnsons.
We competed with the Wolf Tones in the Cornwall from Wales.
What was the one Paddy Roach was in? Paddy Roach. Remember Paddy Roach?
Yes, I do. Yeah, don't particularly.
Yeah.
I heard his name.
That was they were a good group. I liked
And where did you perform?
The Carney Arms in Dunleary, the Royal Hotel in
Carney
Arms.
C-A-R-N-E-Y.
In Dunleary. That was a regular session for us, and we had a
huge
huge following of women. The audience was full of women because these two guys were eligible bachelors, or they thought they were, until their wives kicked them out. But no, the embankment on a Wednesday night was fantastic because the Dubliners were the main attraction, and we were the warm-up group for them, right? Yeah. And before the session would start, of course, we were fratting with them, and I had a banjo at the time, and Lou Kelly put his eye on it. He said, "I want to buy that banjo." I said, "You couldn't afford it. I'll give you anything you ask." Well, actually, yeah, go on, Joe. Sorry. But that was your man McCarthy who ran the embankment. Nick McCarthy.
Well, there's a lovely story about that.
Yeah,
because Simon and Garfunkel were performing in London, and the Clancys were performing in London, and they got together. And Tommy Macon said to your man, we're doing a gig in the Embankment. He said, we're doing a gig in Dublin. Oh, we'll meet you in the Embankment. So the concert up doing the gig, and your man arrives up anyway, and he was late. And he opened the door. He knocked on the door, and Mick McCarthy opened the door, and he says, yeah, what do you want? He says, I'm Simon and Garfunkel, yeah, and I'm fucking Napoleon, he said. now fuck off. And your man had to walk all the way back to Terranure to get a taxi.
This is Garfunkel. This is
I kid you not,
don't
that's a
believe
fact.
a word of it.
That's a fact.
But
This
there
is
was
Garfunkel.
there was a
Garfunkel.
real story behind that banjo. And that was Jim was onto that now. We played for the Lions Club, for the charity, you know, there was a charity club of businessmen, and one of them, we played one night, and the guy said to us, he had an auction room on the Keys, and he said to them, can we do anything for you guys? We did it for nothing. We always got a fee, but we never waived the fee, if you like, there. So Jim says to him, well, we're looking for a banjo. Would you have anything like that in your auction rooms? He says, I don't know, but I'll give you a ring when I go back and I'll check it. It's a very big auction room. And lo and behold, the next day, Jim got a phone call to say, yeah, there's a banjo here. Come down and have a look at it. And it's not great looking, he says, but see what you think. He came down, and a Clifford SX was sitting there, right? And a couple of strings broken on it. And Jim said, yeah, what much do you want for it? And he said, 10 euro, 10 quid. He sold it to Jim for 10 quid, right? Jim got that thing patched up, and we were playing that night.
Exactly, yeah.
This night, I remember this to the dying day.
That's exactly what happened. Yeah.
This is the story, Aidan, believe it or not, and I was there at that.
Joe doesn't agree.
Oh, no, you don't agree because you don't know the whole story. Clancy and Macon lived in Greenwich Village, and Bob Dylan was downstairs from them. Bob Dylan was always up, badgering them for Irish songs and stuff. But anyway, Clancy, sorry, who was it? I think it was, I'm not sure who gave them the Merlin banjo.
Let your voice drop now.
Luke Kelly was the one. He was the collector of songs. Luke and who's the fella from the north that played with Luke and sang? Tommy Macon. They collected songs, and they were in Greenwich Village as well. So as a gift to Luke Kelly, they gave him a Merlin banjo. And that night, in the Embankment, he had his Merlin, and the fucking neck of it was that size, you know.
Yeah.
You would never get your fingers across it. So he says to us, can I use your banjo? Very nice sound off that banjo. And took the banjo up, and he says, right. He said, I heard him saying it.
He didn't say it to me.
Oh, he said, I heard him. I'll tell you exactly what he said. I have a banjo here, and I'll swap you for that, and I'll give you 200 quid with that banjo. And Jim says, no, I don't think so. And I said to myself, well, that's a good one. Well,
Joe remembers it completely different.
it was a Clifford SX.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you the real story.
I wanted to ask, you sang abroad.
I was
We did the
16.
Edinburgh Festival.
Yeah. How did that come about, and what happened?
Well, we just, somebody contacted us and said they
No, we were playing a gig in town, in that pub in, what do you call that street?
The International
Off
Wicklow
Bar.
Street,
International Bar.
the International Bar.
And we were on stage, we came off the stage, and this guy was sitting next to the stage, and he had 4 pints. He said, listen lads, I want to talk to you. We sat down at the table with him, and he said, look, he said, I want to offer you guys a gig at the Edinburgh Festival. We had the Dubliners booked, they've let us down, they're not able to do it. Can you guys do it? And I had booked a holiday with my family in Kerry. And I said, his first 2 weeks, I said, I can't do it. Shammer said, hang on a second. come out here, took me outside the fucking doing it, right? The man said, we'll give you airfares, we'll put you up in a hotel, and we look after you. And we'll give you, what was it, 100 quid a
I
man?
can't remember how much money it was.
So the guys got around me and they said, you got to do it, Joe, you got to do it. So I had to bring Bernie down to Kerry with the kids, leave her there, and come back up, get on a plane and go to Edinburgh.
What year are we talking about?
65. Kira was 3 years old. She was born in 62.
65?
So, sorry, she was born in 62. She was born in 64. So it's about 66.
Okay, 1960. And how long did you last in the singing?
Too long.
We actually broke up when I was coming good to sing. I never was anyway singing with them at all. They were
I don't
mature
know
voices.
when or why, it just happened.
Petered out?
Pardon?
It just petered out?
Just petered out for us, yeah.
We played in all
To be
sorts of
perfectly
places.
honest, Aidan, we had a fierce row outside the pub in Christchurch after a gig one night. We all got into the car and we nearly tore each other apart.
Oh, God.
And that was the end of it, as far as I was concerned.
No, I just turned off.
I was working a full time in my own business from 8 o'clock in the
Family
morning
and this, okay.
and then going and doing a gig and getting home at 2 in the morning. It lasted for 4 years and that was about as long as it could last.
Well, listen, I mean, we could talk a lot more, but